have the pleasure to work for 20 minutes.
Okay.
So, how often do you compete? Or
Every opportunity.
Once or twice a year.
Yeah.
Usually twice a year.
so you're familiar with the singing category, I
Yes.
think.
Yes.
Great. So I don't explain that then. So let's look this up.
Kurt's gonna be so upset that he left early. We have a guy that,
He will.
he's got a very heavy German accent. 'Cause every time we say the basses don't sound good, he says, did they have a German accent?
Yeah. So it must be me. So you sang When There's Love at Home and Blue Skies.
Yes.
So is there anything you want to get out of this? What is the thing you're working on the most during rehearsals? What do you want to get out of this?
We would like to, obviously raise our scores a little bit. The 813 is a few points higher than we did in the fall, but we've been, sort of stagnating a little bit around those high 60s for some time.
Yeah.
But we were missing 6 significant singers today,
Okay,
and we've been
can make a difference.
We've been getting a lot of coaching lately from Tony Nasto, and we've made some big progress, and we're one of the ones
Mhm.
that survived the pandemic in our district. But we'd like to get to that next
So
plateau.
you want to have a 7 in front.
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
That's great. I mean, I have written a few things down. So can we sing? That would be, yeah?
Yes. Sure.
That would be awesome. So can you start with When There's Love at Home?
Which way do you want us to face? Or
Yeah, why don't you face this way, I guess?
Am I okay on the?
Yeah, you're fine.
I'll sing with you on this one because I sing very good.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Be it Ev. You guys come up a little bit.
Okay, thank you so far. So, what I wrote down is sometimes you have a breathy tone, especially when it gets soft. There is beauty all around when there's love at home. So when you go to the home, it's home, like way too much air in the tone. So can we sing like a small exercise? Ni 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 ni. Ni 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 ni. Ni 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 ni. Ni 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 ni. So there's no air in that tone. Ni 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 ni, no air. And we want to avoid air because it's damaging the voice, and we get more noise if we use that much air than a tone. So ni is a clear tone. Ni is 50% noise and 50% tone. We always want to have that. So we were taught for years you want to make tall vowels.
Yeah.
Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
So where's the tongue? then if you do that?
Down against the
Down to the
teeth.
bottom.
Does the tip of the tongue go to the front teeth or not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
Bottom teeth.
yeah.
Okay, so when you just monitor your larynx a little bit, so very gently, and do that tall vowel on O. Don't sing, but just do the O. What is the larynx doing?
Tightening up.
Up?
It's going back. It's getting tighter.
Mine is going down.
Mine's going down.
Somebody else is going down.
Oh, yeah.
So when I do that, when the larynx is going down, it sounds like, I don't do it. Oh, it's going slightly down, and I damp the overtones. You hear that when I'm doing that? My tongue is going down and pushes the larynx down. Oh, it's coming up when I release the lips. So instead of that, can we try like what we did with ni 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 ni? We have a kind of wider approach, a little bit. Ni 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 ni. And that has more overtones. No. So the O loses overtones. And I don't have that much vocal fold closure on oh. I open it up, everything is opened up, and it sounds a little duller. Can we try it with a smile embouchure, like when there's beauty all around, or I don't know the words. So with a slightly wider embouchure, like a smile. Not too wide. It would sound like Mickey Mouse. You don't want to have that. Can we try that?
Sure.
What part?
From the edge?
Yeah.
Be it at.
Thank you. Did you hear a difference?
I did hear a difference. I
Do you
did.
like it, or
I like the difference.
so there's more tone? You can identify the chords way better, and you can tune better. Your ears will do that. You don't need to do anything for tuning. Your ears will take that. Yeah. So, can you do the intro? How does it start?
Be it
Blue
at.
sky?
Being ever so humble.
Oh,
Yeah.
be it.
There's no place.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Being ever so humble. Do the same like you did with the chorus. Yeah? Thank you.
So focus on the sounds in the intro.
Great. Great. Do it the other way. You did it before. That you have a possibility to compare.
So,
Yeah, do
so
it the-
go to the default method?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What you normally do, yeah, okay.
You hear the difference.
I do.
So we have more chords, we have more overtones, and we have the resonance we use. So like with the richer overtones, the resonance is more consistent. It doesn't go away and it comes again, but it stays. Yeah? And this is a better chorus quality. A way better chorus quality. So like a little smile embouchure. Little smile. That also helps with the basses. Like ni 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 ni. Instead ni 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 ni. Making some noise on the low note. Yeah? So it helps because it's hard when you smile to pull your tongue back. And this doesn't push down the larynx. It's hard. When you smile, where's the tip of the tongue? It's right at your bottom teeth.
Yeah.
So when you have that, the tongue has that quality. So it's that simple. And just one thing for both songs to change the consistency of the tone you're making. And you hear more chords, the tuning is easier, and everything. So who's singing baritone? The both of you?
Well, yeah, I am all the time. He is some of the time.
We had one other fellow today too.
We only have 4. Today we only have.
So the both of you singing tenor, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Basses, can I see your hands, please? And you're the leads. Great. So, no is
No.
the answer to your question.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What was your?
But you're trying to get.
What was the question?
Yeah.
So, he asked me if he's sticking out.
He just asked me to sing brighter.
Careful, yeah.
Listen, I get to you in a moment. If you sing all with the same resonance, yeah, like ni 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 ni, we're using all the same resonance, then it's hard to stick out.
Right, well, that's true.
So if it's hard to stick out, it's really difficult to do something if you sing when the rest of the chorus sing ni 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 and you sing oh, ni, oh, ye, like you swallowed the vowel, then you're sticking out. But if the chorus does all the same thing, you never stick out. And I would ask for more baritone.
Oh.
I would ask for more
Singing as
baritone.
loud as I can.
So, but you had a question,
I'm okay.
yeah?
You said something about sticking out, and you said no. I wondered if you really.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you while you were on stage. No,
Oh, that's good.
so I
That's
couldn't
great.
hear you.
That's great.
Maybe it's within the group, but in front of the group I couldn't hear you.
Tony Nasto, I'm not sure
Yep.
if you know who he is. Okay.
I know
Men
him.
in Black. He just coached us and he tried to place us by our sound. He made her bright number 1, my daughter, me bright number 2, and then it worked its way over there.
Yeah, so, but I mean, I had the same thing. I'm directing now 3 choruses. So in my women's chorus, I had a tenor, a tall person with a huge instrument. And she was always sticking out. When we had evals, every judge said, hey, on the left there's a tenor sticking out. And I always said, hey, sing a little softer, but that's the wrong way. Put the stronger voices beside her. If you have strong leads, strong baritones, strong basses, put all these people in one spot, and nobody's sticking out. And also the resonance is a very important thing. So I would love for more baritone, because nowadays the baritones don't need to adjust and to sing to imitate the leads or the basses. So you're just a second melody. Feel like that, associated melody singer, associated leads. Second lead.
Yeah.
With your coaching, then it feels to me like the resonance is right there in front
Yeah.
of my face rather than further back
Yeah.
in my mouth.
Yeah. That's the feel I have too. Yeah.
Okay.
So, can you sing the up tune? I don't know how much time we have left. A little bit.
This guy.
So, yeah, thank you.
You got 6
And
minutes.
just try the same. Try the same. Blue skies. Yeah? So thank you for doing this, for just jumping in the sandbox with me and playing around. So, how does it sound to you?
It sounds brighter, more forward.
Yeah. So it's way easier to tune.
Just a quick clarification question. So are we not supposed to do the tall vowels anymore? Like, that's what so that is basically what you're saying,
So,
right?
5. Great.
I just have
So
to
it's-
unlearn.
So, the answer is yes and no.
Okay, Dylan.
There's your
The answer
clever-
is yes and no, because what do we want? We want to unify the sound of a chorus and a quartet. So we don't want to have different resonances in our groups. So if you unify it, like the ambassadors of harmony, have you heard about them? Or vocal majority, they do the tall vowels and they keep doing it. And they are totally unified. But when they get louder, they use the brighter embouchure, the smile embouchure. So, have you heard Music City Chorus recently?
Yes.
Nashville?
Nashville.
Yeah.
So they do all this. But sometimes if you do it all the time, it's boring. Sometimes they just do, like on a syllable or a short phrase, they do tall vowels. But it's unified.
As long as you have a plan on what you're going to do,
Yeah.
that's the most important.
And
Okay.
you have to learn that song that way too.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So like,
Big or
if
not?
you have like a warm ballad, When There's Love at Home, when there's beauty all around, you might want to sing that way more. Blue sky, smile at me. This is different, but you can clean it up way easier if you do the smile thing. So that's our friend for tuning, to find the right chords very quickly. That's our friend. If we do that smile embouchure, it doesn't fit all sorts of songs. If you want to create some warmth in your sound, and therefore yes and no, it might be like better to use the tall vowel. But if you have tuning issues and you don't hear the chords properly, this helps. And it is way more consistent. The sound is going on way more consistently. Do you have any questions left? So we have like 3 minutes maybe.
And one thing I've been trying to get him to do is that vertical wall of sound.
Yeah.
So I think that with your question, Tom, that coincides with singing forward, but trying to get it from. I'm never advocating for way back in the throat. I'm always having it more forward.
Yeah.
And I think like on that love at home when the leads and the basses have the post at the end. When I look around and I see people with almost no aperture, I said you can open up a little bit more. But
Yeah.
the old, who was the guy, Bill, sang in Revival there. Remember we had the posters.
Bill
the old-
Myers.
Bill
Yes.
Myers, it was always, oh, you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
But if you do that, it's getting dark. Your tone is getting dark. So if you want it brighter with more overtones, you have to close it a little bit. Also, when you open up your mouth very far, it takes time to get to the target vowel. When there's beauty all around. Yeah, it takes time. So, when there's beauty all around, I don't have to move that much. So, sometimes the chords tune later if you open your mouth slowly and really wide. We have that here and there. It just takes time to get there.
What I got out of the whole thing was that you would like us to sing with a more consistency, at least per song.
Yes, yes.
Whether it's dark or bright
Yeah.
or Jerry
It
Lewis
doesn't
or
matter.
whatever.
It's more unified. Also, this would be more unifying. It's the same, but it's harder to tune. The other is way easier to tune. So you fix like 5 problems with just smiling.
I
Does the
was gonna
smile,
say, if you just smile, it takes care of a lot of the problems.
And I've never told anybody that before.
And it's not too wide. I mean, it's just a little bit. And if you look up like Broadway singers, they all do it.
Oh, yeah.
They all do it. Opera singers mostly don't do it.
Right.
And there is no wrong or right. I mean, yeah, it depends on what you want. But I show you an option which makes it way easier to get consistent, in-tune singing.
does
Very
the
good.
smile embouchure activate different resonators? Is that why it works?
Yes, yes, yeah. Like, oh, I have to go.
You're out.
Thank you.
Thank
This
you.
is for you. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
thank you.
If I could get
Great job, by the
a
way.
picture with you for my scrapbook.
Yeah, of
there.
course.
Looking good, Billy Ray.
Oh,